Okay, we're starting over. All right, welcome back to another episode from the Star Wars Daddy. I have had lots of requests on what in the world is in my collection and to do some sort of a collection walkthrough review. But the problem is that I feel like my collection is only 50% here. I've got so many items right now with CAS and AFA that are show-stopping type items that I am holding off on doing that until I'm close to about 95% in a completed status where there might only be 5% moving parts. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube that look like they're at that kind of completed status where, you know, the changes from a 6-month period to a 6-month period is going to be pretty minimal. And so it made sense for someone to do that walkthrough. And so I want to make sure that I do my collection justice. And so I'm going to wait and hold off until I get a bunch of items in from CAS. And hopefully that happens in the next 6 months to a year. But until then, I have subcategories within my collection that aren't Star Wars, that are toy lines that I had as a kid. And I've got most of those at a point where they're pretty much complete. I don't think that I'll be adding much to them over a year's period. Maybe there'll be an upgrade or two or an improvement. And there will be one that I'm going to show you in this collection that we're about to go over that I do plan on upgrading because it's missing some parts. And I don't like that. I like to have everything complete, even though it's from my childhood collection. So what we're going to see now in a subcategory is Thundercats. Ow. Okay, here is my Thundercat collection. I recently picked up all of these graded items from a seller in the UK who I've purchased actually many Star Wars items from. And then all of a sudden I saw these be posted and I made a bulk deal on all of these graded figures. And then I sold all of my original childhood collection, sold them on eBay to try to recoup some of the costs. And I will put up some comps of what I sold mine for as we go over the specific items that are here, that are graded, that we'll go over briefly, so you can see what those sold for and get some price points for them. I can also, it might be hard for me to show the prices on these ones because it was a bulk deal, and so the prices that show on eBay actually weren't the prices I paid, and I don't really remember the actual costs, but I'll try to do my best to go over those as well. The first one we might as well show my childhood collection toys. Here is the Thunder Tank and Wily Cat, Wily Kit here, and my orange-haired Orange Claw Lion-O. These are from my childhood, and as you can see, there is some wear and tear to this vehicle. There are marks everywhere where I played with these. These guys are missing some paint. There's some paint rubs here and there on these two guys. And so I kept those just because they weren't going to sell for very much. There seems to be plenty of the Wily Kit and Wily Cat. And so I just held on to them because it wasn't worth selling. And then I sold a Red Claw with the sword that you'll see a comp for. And honestly, the Thunder Tank here, I didn't even realize was incomplete until I started to make this video. And now that I realize I'm missing the rubber tracks that go around these back wheel areas, and I'm missing this back plate that covers this part here, I've got the itch now to get that complete. So there will be an upgrade that will be happening here in my collection, which I will document maybe in a short or something like that later on as I move this one out and get the new one in. And yeah, we'll go from there. But those are my childhood ones. And now what we'll do is we'll just go through each individual figure, talk about them a little bit, and let you guys take a look at what's in here and go from there. All right, so to start off with, we've got the Thundercats. It's under the companion section. Snarf, 1986 from LGN, 80% UKG. I mean, love how this guy looks. There is a little crack here in the leg, which is probably why you got the 80%, and a little paint rub here on the top of one of the ears. A little bit of paint rub there on the back of the tail there too. So yeah, 80 is probably appropriate for this guy. And yeah, I love the box feature for him. Looks great. Okay, we got one of the bad guys here. We got Monkian from 1985. You know, some of the negative parts of grading can be his head completely turned. And so, you know, if you want to see his face, you got to turn him like this. That's unfortunate. And in shipping, one of the little tabs broke off. And so, you know, stuff like that can happen. But otherwise, this is an awesome figure. Cool. Okay, we've got Wile E. Kit here, and this is I don't know, so I did not have these versions as a kid. I don't remember even seeing these ones. I had the ones I showed you that were in my childhood collection that came with the other figures. They were, they came, let's say, like a 2-pack, and so I don't remember these, but I know these go for a premium for sure when they have these little surfboard things that they've got there. But you know, this is another Thundercat companion is what they call them. Wile E. Kit 1986. So pretty incredible piece. I mean, these ones are fully articulated there, at least with the shoulder and the leg joints and the head, while those other ones are non-articulating that I showed you. Wile E. Cat. So Wile E. Cat 1986 as well, 80% UKG. Same from the companion line. It's got that little surfboard, windboard thing that he's got. And so there he is. All right, we got Jackalman, another bad guy, 75% from UKG, 1985 release date. And there he is. He's got that function you push down here on the back. His arm goes up and down to beat you with that club. But love that figure. Okay, one of my all-time favorites. I played with a ton, Panthro. Always had him in the Thunder Tank, driving it. I think in the cartoon he actually is the driver of that as well. And we got those nunchucks there that are so hard to get. 85%, pretty incredible grade here. And let's take a look. He's got that same type of function where the arms go up and down as you push that. But love this figure as a kid. Okay, we got Vulture Man, another bad guy here. His head's tilted a little bit as well. We got an 80% from UKG, released in 1986. He's got that big scarecrow claw type of a weapon there. And he has come out of his holder as well. You can see his feet are no longer attached inside of the little holder there, but he still displays well. So, you know, another issue shipping all the way from UK here to the United States, but I'm fine with it. Okay, another one of my favorite figures growing up, Tigra, 80%. You know, it might be an overgrade here. There is definitely some fading here to the stomach on the abs there. There's some parts that need to be cleaned on the arm over here, a little bit of paint rub. This is probably more like a 75 grade, but it has those... like the balls that were with the string, he'd spin them and he would be able to take people out with them. This is a 1986, again, 80% grade. But I played with this figure until this function no longer worked on his arms, on the one that I sold. Okay, this is one of the more scarce ones. It goes for a pretty good price, as you'll see in the comp that I'm putting up for what I sold it for. And that was without the hammer. This hammer can go for over $100 just by itself. And it's a 75% from UKG. Bengali is the figure's name. Again, similar function, just pushing down on the back. The arm goes up and down. And, but yeah, this is, I mean, it's just a beautiful figure. The color scheme is awesome. This guy pops. Okay, one of the more inexpensive figures to get. The swords are probably more expensive than the figure because those guys are so small that they would get lost. But it's Rotaro, and that's from 1986. And yeah, he made the shipping over here. Again, similar function. A lot of them have the same function. Just a little push down on the back, arms go up and down. But yeah, it's a cool figure. Okay, Chitara here. This is another hard-to-get figure. in pretty good condition. The staff is always hard to find as well. 80% UKG from 1985. And again, similar function. Arms go up and down with the movement there. But yeah, great figure. Okay, we got Slith here from 1985. And he's got that big battle axe there. 85% from UKG. It's an awesome grade. Still sits in all of the tabs that were made for him here in this. There he is. Okay, Snowman of Hook Mountain. I had this figure for most of my childhood. I think I lost the staff is the only piece I was missing. And I had the shield still because it fits so tightly in his hand. I don't think it ever came out of his hand, honestly. And then I think I lost the helmet. I had it for a super long time, and I lost it somewhere in the last few years. But they've got an 80% there from 1986. I believe I got this one as a Christmas present when I woke up on Christmas morning. It was under the tree. And yeah, I always loved this figure. I don't think he had a big role in the cartoon, but with all those extra accessories, I mean, this guy was pretty fun to play with. So this is the mail-away Mumra, and that's from 1986, and it comes with this cool staff. And I think that the dog thing here came with that. I'm not sure which figure that came with. It could have come with the regular Mumra, but you know, 80% from UKG here. A couple little dings here and there on this guy, but pretty cool to have. This is the first graded Thundercat that I got. I feel like I got it for a steal on eBay when I first got it, and it was the only graded Thundercat that I even saw that was online, and so it was on an auction only, and I was able to get it for a super low price, and that kind of started the wheels spinning to purchase the rest of them. Okay, we got Jaga. Super hard to figure to get, very expensive. To get the helmet, always falls off, is missing. That's super expensive. The cape is missing a lot of the time, as well as the sword. And we got an 80% from UKG there from 1987. The cape is, you know, no longer kind of sitting perfectly in the back there, but, you know, still displays well. Let's just pretend the wind is blowing from the side on this guy. But this one's a super hard one to get complete and goes for a pretty penny. Okay, here is your main bad guy, Mumra, from 1985, with all of the pieces there. A lot of the times the sword is missing. The ones I had from a childhood, I kept batteries in these, and they were all corroded when I ended up selling them. But here he is. The helmet piece here is always missing as well. And again, similar function. You push down, arms move up and down. They didn't get too creative with those functions. They made it pretty simple, but loved playing with this one as a kid. And here is your main character, Lionel, with the red hair, the red claw, and the sword, as well as the battery thing that makes his eyes light up. This is from 1985. Got an 80% from UKG. This guy's actually in really good condition. A little bit of that. There's a little bit of dirt that probably could have been cleaned off before this person had sent it in to get graded, which could have helped the grading. But you know, otherwise, this figure is in awesome condition. This was probably my second favorite action figure growing up, and the function no longer worked on my Lionel that I sold. I wore that thing out. Loved playing with him, and actually, I think there's like a piece that was missing right here, or broke through something I played too hard. And there was a couple breaks and whatever else, but loved playing with Lionel when I was a kid. Okay, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of my collection, at least in one of these subcategories, the Thundercats. Stay tuned afterwards for all those outtakes that we all love of me going crazy and going nuts. There'll be a small little clip of all these figures here at the very end. Just if you want to stay for that as well. Again, please like, subscribe, comment. Helps the analytics, helps bring people to my channel. I really appreciate all the support. Big things are coming. The channel is growing quicker than we expected, which is awesome. I love all the support. Thanks so much. Like we've got the, I don't even know what it's called. I mean, see, this is the problem. Wiley and Willie, what the heck are their names? And nope, we still don't have the right angle. We still don't want to do it, huh? You still want to around with me? Gal. When I did this, pulled this in, you couldn't even see that, could you? I've got to keep it out here. Oh, God. Let's try this whole thing over again.